And on this segment, we're talking business. What better time not to talk about it, especially when we are in Lagos. And of course, coincidentally, the latest subnational ease of doing business report by PEBEC ranks Lagos as the best performing state in Nigeria with a score of 85.6%. And reacting to this, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the ranking reflects consistent reforms, infrastructure upgrades, and deliberate policies aimed at making Lagos the most attractive market for enterprise and innovation. He also called on local and foreign investors to seize the emerging opportunities in the state. How does this affect me and you? Jesu for me. We'll be talking about it this morning as we have Jesu Femi Adeogun, is a business and tech coach and CEO of New Chip Technologies Limited. You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you again. I won't see you in a while.
Yeah.
Okay. According to that ranking where Lagos topped the 2025 subnational ease of doing business, what exactly contributed to this for Lagos?
Okay. Like I said again, thank
you.
Do
they deserve it?
Well, I'll say yes.
Yes.
They do. I mean, if they didn't come the first, I'll be disappointed.
Yes.
As the center of commerce.
Okay.
So, and as the state that has always been at the forefront of almost everything in the country.
Yes.
Others are actually following the state.
Yes.
So and not just only for the hype. You have a state that has a reputation to keep, and is always striving to, innovate, to support, to just look for what's the next thing to do, without looking at what other states are doing. So other states look at Lagos, at what Lagos is doing, and copy it. So. And when you talk about investment, when the governor was talking about encouraging investors to come in, when they want to come and invest, where do they look at first to invest? They look at Lagos State. So I think Lagos State is deserving of that position, even though there are still things that I think Lagos State could still work on to become better in terms of business. I'm sure we'll definitely get to that because of this conversation.
Yes. Okay, as an entrepreneur, what does that ranking mean to other entrepreneurs in Lagos?
Well, in practical terms, as an entrepreneur, because when you say entrepreneur, it cuts across the big entrepreneurs and the small entrepreneur.
Doesn't matter. Just an entrepreneur.
It really matters.
An entrepreneur.
So as an entrepreneur, it's just a hope. It gives a hope that where you are in Lagos is the right place to be. It's a place where things are happening. It's a place where the government is kind of innovating and listening and having hope, even though you may not start having direct feel of this ranking, but in the nearest future, you're going to impact, you're going to be partaker of whatever the government is doing that make them rank Lagos State as #1.
Okay. Today we're talking about ease of doing business, in Nigeria, in Lagos rather, and as an entrepreneur. What makes you, continue to have faith in continuing your business here in Lagos?
That's a kind of big question for me.
It's $1 million question.
Because we're not just looking at Nigeria in general this time. We're looking at Lagos itself.
Lagos, yes, the center of commerce.
Before we go into what make me in person to continue to have faith in Lagos, I want us to hit some statistics of what is happening generally. In the course of few years from now, like 2024, 2023, if you want to check the statistics, about 30% of small businesses have actually shut down. So it's actually a bit challenging in the business balance of what is happening. Currently, those that are doing business right now, everybody's saying, and I'm also saying that it's not the game of the weak, it's the game of the strong. You have to be very, very strong on things that are unfolding are happening that statistics have not even been able to cover. I'm sure we'll get to the details.
We'll get
as we
to
go
the
on.
details when we're
But
talking
one
about
of the
challenges
things,
now.
One of the reasons why it's Lagos for me is because of the network. I mean, those that steer this country, the businesses that are actually, making impact in this country and in Africa and in the world are based in Lagos. The unicorns are in Lagos. You understand? The big financial institutions, tech institutions, they're in Lagos. You know, you could just walk out from here and attend an event and you meet with Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Tony, just in this Lagos. You know, that was a video that trended, I think a week ago there about that. Tony Elumelu was invited to an event. He was casually dressed. And a young man seeking to eat. Seeking for food to eat at the event.
There was like a competition.
Yes.
And where he
did a hype.
Yes. Hype, yeah.
And the man was moved and gave him $1 million. And also
somebody
another
else
$1 million.
Came and gave him another $1 million.
And the guy came out and said, I actually came to look for food to eat. And his life, was changed from there. So can that really happen in another state, if not for Lagos State? You understand? So these are the things that keep us to have faith that, okay.
That is why it's Lagos.
Yeah, that's why it's Lagos. That's why Lagos, you just pray in the morning, you go out.
It's a land of opportunities.
The opportunities are now enormous.
Okay.
They're enormous. So, what the reality right now is just to be creative. If
whatever you do, okay,
just think on your feet. Like I tell people, a lot of people have jackpot, have moved abroad because things are not fine. When you're abroad, you think more on your feet because you have monthly rent to pay. Unless you want to live on the street.
Don't you have monthly rent to pay in Lagos?
You don't have in Nigeria, you still pay.
Okay, don't you have rent to pay?
You have rent.
Okay, but not monthly.
Not monthly.
Okay.
And in Nigeria, you have friends and families that can still house you, for some time, that can feed you. When you're abroad, even your friend or your family, after 1 month, the person will tell you, young man or young woman, go get a job. We have to share this bill because it's bills. So that pressure you want to go into there, why not give yourself that pressure here and try to be creative? Okay, this is not working. Go to another one. Nothing stops you from doing that. You understand? So one of the things to answer your question that keep me in Lagos, keep me doing business and encouraging people to do business in Lagos is because there are lots of opportunities in Lagos. You could meet people that once you have a value to offer them, they are ready to convert it to money for you.
Okay.
A lot of people are trooping into Lagos. There's a statistics that Lagos grow by population 2,000 people per day. 2,000. So I mean 2,000 people are coming into this Lagos every blessed day. What are they looking for if there's nothing in Lagos?
Lagos is still the land of opportunities, like we said earlier. Okay, you mentioned something, that was a bit worrisome for me. You said small businesses are beginning to shut down and, right out there, it's not a happy moment for small businesses. Why are these small businesses shutting down?
We can trace.
Are they in Lagos?
Yes, in Lagos.
Why are they?
We can trace this to the general economic issue, especially the fuel subsidy, exchange rate. That is actually general. Now, if the buying power has reduced, definitely it will affect businesses.
It depends on what you're selling.
If the buying power, customers' buying power.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on what you're selling.
Yes, it depends on what you're selling.
Depending on what you're selling.
But this cut across every parastatal. What do I mean?
Okay.
Apart from food and clothes, when the naira is not stable, this first subsidy goes up, comes down. Everybody doesn't know what to expect. They want to keep their funds. They want to keep it and say, before I buy from you, I don't know what's coming next. Let me first hold on first. These were the things we went through until the point where, CBN was able to stabilize the naira. and gradually keep reducing it. You know, it brings a very bad signal when the naira just spikes up, comes down, spikes up, come down. Business owners or people that are supposed to purchase, they are kind of scared. But at this point now, at least this year, I'll give kudos to the CBN government.
Towards the end of the year
yes,
now. Yeah, okay.
It has been stable and it's been coming down gradually. So it gives some sort of confidence, and people that are supposed to buy are now coming out to businesses and say, okay, I think I can have a vision of what is going to happen.
Okay.
Let me have this, let me have that.
Okay.
And not even only that, many things, prices of rent, prices of tools for business, everything has gone up. And when those things went up, are they making enough profit to be able to sustain these things? A lot of businesses have shut down their operations. A lot of businesses have moved to virtual. A lot of businesses have actually fired some employees just to survive, just to keep in business. Even some are not even breaking even yet. You understand? So this is the reality of things. Yes, I know that the federal government has promised that we're just going to go through this for a while, it's going to get better, etc., etc. Yes, we know it's going to get better, but it will take time. So what happens within those period where we have to wait for it to get better?
But you know what you've just highlighted isn't just peculiar to Lagos or Nigeria. It's a global.
It's actually
a global thing.
Yes, it's a global thing. It's not only peculiar to Lagos and Nigeria. Yes, it's not totally global. We're feeling the effect of this globally, but there are some part of it that is peculiar to Nigeria, not only Lagos. You know, Lagos is a subset of it's a state in Nigeria. So it's a general thing in Nigeria. And I would agree with the president and the government that it's needful at the point that it was done. And we all have to go through it. But are businesses suffering from that? Yes. It's not like before. You know, it's actually very, very hard now to do business currently in Nigeria. Okay,
it's just a pity, you know, because I would have said that, you know, the Lagos State government, Lagos State governor has said that, you know, deliberate policies are driving enterprise and innovation. Do you know what policies are most impactful that the state government has introduced to make businesses, you know, have like, you know, a soft landing?
The only one I know up till now is just that of LSCTF, what LSCTF is doing.
Okay.
I mean, just trying to give some loans and pushing in some gradual grants, you know, for businesses and a few infrastructural partnership, like I've forgotten the name of the fiber that they just launched in Nigeria, which we have not started feeling the effect of currently. These are the little things I know that the government has put a little bit in place for businesses in Nigeria. The question is, these businesses, are they really feeling the impact yet?
Exactly.
Mine is no, they are not. They are not yet feeling the direct impact. And my advice to the government, not only Lagos State, even to Nigeria, is to be more, to show more empathy and to invest in the businesses. I will say to you, I'm having a press conference on Thursday, and I mean, everybody's invited. I'm also inviting you too. And what I'm saying in this is that it is high time that government start to look into investing directly into businesses that are doing well. Nigerian owned
I was
business.
going to say, the state government cannot invest in all businesses.
It may not be all businesses, but there are some businesses that have cash flow.
Okay.
There are some businesses that are manufacturing in Nigeria here, that they are looking for how they can spring out. I mean, let Nigerians know them, let Nigerians use them, then start exporting outside Nigeria. We have partnership with a company that manufacture electronics from Nigeria, Nigeria-owned electronics.
Okay.
So they could partner with businesses like, let me give you a big scenario. Do you know that Nigeria has shares in Dangote refinery?
I'm not surprised.
Everybody knows that. So what if Nigeria, which is not a bad thing, because Dangote Refinery is ours, is Nigerian. Good idea. But why do you wait and invest in something that big alone? There are other young businesses that they have cash flow, that you could take 20% of their business, you understand, and invest in it, and see them, monitor them do well, monitor them grow. Their success is going to be the state or the government's success. So Lagos State could also look into that direction and say, okay, you've done business for 5 years and you're doing well. We want to buy 10%, 20% of shares of your company. That makes the company have liquidity, because one of the biggest challenges when we are talking about ease of doing business is finance.
Is funds, yes, which is the only thing you've been talking about.
Exactly.
Because there are other challenges which I also expected you to highlight.
Yes,
but you've only talked about funds.
Yes, I'm still going there.
Okay.
There are other challenges. There is finance. There is corruption. And when I mean corruption, I don't mean corruption from policymakers alone. Corruption even in the workplace, which most people are not even talking about. Or
eating so deep that we don't even.
You see, let me give you the trajectory. Things has gone high. Everybody is complaining that, oh, things are harsh. You know, money. We need money here and there. Those people that are complaining are part of your employees.
Okay.
Now, there's this thing that is repeating itself. Lack of trust. When you say be in charge of this, then you look back. You look before you turn and look back. The person has converted some part of the funds that belong to the company. So when you talk about corruption, it's not only corruption in government,
high places,
even in the workplace. So now we are having issues with employees that are not trustworthy. And that also is a very big issue to businesses, especially in Lagos, because everybody come to Lagos now. I can get a company to work and so on and so forth. Then when you start working, 6 months down the line, you have diverted companies' funds, you have diverted companies' clients, and if payment delay for 1 day, you will start complaining. Now, oh, why haven't they paid, etc., etc. So that's one of the issues, especially small and medium businesses are facing. And this particular kind of businesses, they are not properly structured to have what we call corporate governance in place that can, have this proper check and balances. These are businesses that are trying to strive, and become big. So I think that government also need to come to the head of businesses in this area. Another thing we could look into is infrastructure, especially Internet of Things. I know there are numbers of telecoms that have launched different solutions. It's still not enough. We are still struggling.
Okay.
They will work today, tomorrow they are not working. And you have paid, and they're not going to do refund.
because what you're just talking about, is taking me to the next question,
Yes.
on how the private sector can now, complement, government efforts. Government can only do this far, That's why we have the private sector.
Yes.
So how much, can the private sector complement all the efforts of the government in making Lagos, a business-friendly environment? Because you've always talked about government, what they need to do more, How can the private sector now come in and complement what the government is doing? So
first off, I think private sector coming in, there's need for some sort of synergy, because a problem you don't know, the people you don't know, you can't solve their problem. You understand? You can't solve their problem. And
you need to identify, understand.
Then there need to be workshops where the stakeholders are brought together. Those that the shoes are paining,
where the shoe pinches,
pinching them, they need to bring them together.
Okay.
And ask them what are the challenges they're facing. Experts like us that also interface with them, because I interface with entrepreneurs, startups on a daily basis. There are some that have great ideas. I have a young man that have a very great idea. I've worked with different, he's a VFX engineer. I've worked on different movies, I mean popular movies that you know, and he's the one that worked on them. But now he wants to stand alone. He needs finance
funds to do that.
To have a studio.
But must everybody stand on their own because they know they have the talent?
It's not everybody that can stand alone. But you see the way, for that young man, his own case is different in the sense that they've been cheating him, kind of. In the sense that the value that is providing for them, they're not paying him.
But
yes,
so you don't blame the government for that?
No, I don't blame them. It's just his own structure. But it has come to the point that he needs funding to be able to stand alone. He needs to partner here and there. Now let me go back to the question you asked. So in the private sector, some in the private sector are organized, they're doing well. They can hold the hands of those that are still very, very small by putting up like a structure that can listen to them, know what they're in need of, and also provide. It's not only funding that is needed. Some needs restructuring, you know, some needs training, some need tools to use. You understand? Like this young man I told you, he doesn't even want cash, he doesn't want money. Just buy me the system. Just set up a studio for me. Set up a studio for me. You can see how much I can make in a month. See these people that I'm working for, see how much they are making. Somebody worked for somebody that made over 300 million naira, and the person paid him 500,000. You can imagine. So if we can, the government can also still help us, you know, organize this private sector meeting, speak with, you know, the leaders in the private sector. I'm sure that they are also doing some things. You know, like I'm aware that Dangote is also doing some roads, you know, here and there. I remember sometimes he gave some funds to, I think, CBN or something, to do like a scheme where they can invest in some businesses. But we need to feel the direct impact of whatever they come up with, so that people that can be ease of doing business, especially in Lagos that almost all of them have. We should be feeling them. Those that are small and medium businesses shouldn't be complaining that much and shouldn't put all the pressure on government. Government. So that's my response.
Okay, let's look at taxation, which is another challenge for business owners. They all complain of multiple taxation, and we're all aware of the new tax system starting next year. So how, as an entrepreneur, I'm always putting it to you, you know, how have you received that news, and what do you think, you know, you will do, or is it helping your business? Is it a better way of taxing businesses? Despite all that has been said and explained, that, oh, it is for us, what is your own view as an entrepreneur?
Well, I'll first do now, to respond to that, as an elite and an educated...
But you need to put an end to multiple taxation.
Definitely, to put an end to...
Which is a major challenge.
Now, what I want to say is this. You know, we are Nigerians, and there's a difference between those of us that are in Nigeria and are doing business in Nigeria, and those that are just coming in, or they're not Nigerians. We are Nigerians. We've been here for a long time. To cut to the chase, it is not only how beautiful these things looks and the promises, it's the implementation. That's what we are waiting for. Yeah, it's a good idea that, you know, it cuts off multiple taxation, it reduces taxes, or even you're not even going to pay tax if you are not generating up to 100 million naira, you know, in a year. These are reasonable things to hear of. But are you aware that if you are negligent or you did not report on a monthly basis, most of these things does not apply to you? Are you aware of that?
Yes.
So the implementation and also the empathy. You know, empathy is very, very key to me, in the sense that, let me say that I come to you as a tax enforcer. and I see that, oh, you have done this mistake, is there a room for me to allow you, teach you there, and give you like a warning?
A warning, okay.
It's not like somebody is coming with a sledgehammer, madam, you have just go and pay, or or we're going to, they have right to directly debit your account.
From your account, yeah.
Do you know that some payment that enter your account from 1st of January that they are going to remove VAT from?
A lot of people will be keeping their money under their pillows.
So, as much as it comes as a good news, we are still waiting for how businesses and Nigerians are going to respond, to this new policy and this new change, and how the people in charge are also going to, try to understand what people are saying and try to adjust. Well, I like the fact that the current president and his team, they listen to our outcry.
Yes.
Most times when we cry on something, you see them come and reverse or change. So that gives us a little faith. And the person in charge, Mr. I've forgotten his name. The person in charge of the new policy, I forgot his name now. He's someone I've known for a long time, Mr. Oyedele. Yes, he's someone I've known for a long time, and he's a very, very calm and reasonable and understanding person. And he's been one of us. He's been within the business palace for a while. So I'm hopeful. January 1st is just... It's
just in a few weeks.
It's just here. So another advice I will just give to business owners is don't just hear what they're saying. Ask how it's going to be, how you have to comply, how you can pattern your business, because it's not going to be business as usual, not paying tax as usual going forward. So these are just my advice concerning that for business.
Okay, for Lagos State now, this is the to be a wrap-up question. For Lagos State now, with the new ranking, what should be their next priority or top priority that, when it comes to reforms, to show that, they are ready to have, a proper business-friendly environment?
So, going forward, what really builds a country and a state? It's the small and medium businesses.
True, very true.
I would be proud of Lagos State if Lagos State can deal with the basic needs, which is infrastructure.
To focus more.
Yes.
Okay.
Security, Lagos is at least is number one. It's safe practically. But infrastructure. Look at Computer Village, for example. Alaba, for example. They shouldn't be having power issues. You understand? If it's gas solution or any electric power solution, Lagos should provide for these hubs.
Okay.
You understand? Let those businesses cluster, feel direct impact, of the government. You understand? And also funding. There are businesses that are doing very well at the moment. They just want to scale. They're not even. They just want to scale forward. Invest in them. Buy some shares in them. You understand? And they will be proud that, oh, this government, it's the business now is now Lagos State-owned business. That's how it's going to be. So these are the things that, I would expect.
You would
power,
suggest,
infrastructure, road. The roads too, some are good, some are not that good. And also maintenance. They are a bit reactive, not proactive on maintaining this road network, and especially traffic. Yes,
the one that happened yesterday. You won't call that a business-friendly environment.
Yes, for a state that is, increasing, developing, and increasing the population. Yes, on a daily basis, they need to think of something that can last a long time to at least ease traffic. You can't want to go to. If
December is here.
If you have a meeting in Aja or Ekpe, you know that the whole day is gone. You will not be thinking of coming back here to do anything. We want a situation where we could go to Ekpe and come back same day and still continue what you're doing. You understand? This is the same case in Enugu, in Ibadan, and all that. But
we should also be looking at, virtual working. You don't always have to get on the road all the time.
We're already doing virtual working now. But there are some meetings that you have to be present. Yeah, you have to be present. So if the roads are virtually, less traffic, virtually free, it's actually going to encourage more businesses. Taxation, power. A lot of businesses people have come to Nigeria and said, we want to start business. They started 1 year after they ran back. So, no, I don't understand these people. Another thing that I will mention lastly is ideology.
Okay.
You know, I would appreciate more if the governor can dedicate maybe a day in a month to talk to people, just a live broadcast on
just people,
just generally
for him to interact directly.
To
people generally, or entrepreneurs
generally.
Okay.
Because businesses are dealing with people. People are the ones that are going to buy. So our mentality, you know, mentality of how we do things, how we're not supposed to cut corners, how we are supposed to understand that this is right, this is wrong, this is the right way to drive and not to drive. If a foreigner come to Lagos for 1 week and drive on our roads, you know what I'm talking about. So these things need to be addressed. Our ideologies, once our ideologies can be put in place, and they can help us in putting doing the right things, it's going to help also in doing business. Know that when you buy something from somebody, you pay for it, not give them fake a lot. You understand?
You actually pay for it. Thank you very much, Mr. Jesufemi Adeogun, business and tech coach, CEO, New Chip Technologies Limited. And we've been talking about ease of doing business in Lagos, especially when Lagos State has been ranked 85.6%. Very good as a business-friendly environment. Kudos to Lagos State government again.
Yes, kudos.
Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
We'll go on a short break. When we come back, the conversation continues.
Yeah.